What's up and welcome back.
What's
Another
going
Saturday episode
on?
of the Cookout. Woo! What's this, 38? We on 38, episode 38, man.
One of them numbers.
Woo! This is about to be a fun discussion. Ranking the 23 Marvel movies thus far in order of favorite, least favorite,
What's
best
happening?
to worst. What's going on? How y'all doing, man? How's everybody's weekend going thus far? It's Saturday night.
So far, so good.
I'm good. I'm definitely excited. I've been trying to look up other lists without finding out their order just to see what parameters people used or how they did it. I rewatched a couple of films and I think for the most part we won't be arguing that much this week. I think as we branch out into the rest of the Marvel not Marvel Cinematic Universe, as we branch into the rest of the Marvel films and then we bring DC into it, I think that's where we'll have some conflict. But I also think that
DC, yes.
we're gonna argue more over about what's the worst than we will about what's the best. Because already, my mind as far as what's the worst overall out of every superhero film is kind of set. Marvel, the MCU, for the most part, has really good films. Like the ones that we would consider bad aren't bad. They're just not as good as the rest of the MCU films. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think they have such a high bar for their movies within the MCU that when there is one that falls kind of sort of below their average, then we look at it as kind of like well, I saw it. That was cool. That happened. Yeah. I'll move on. Wait for the next one. That's how I feel. I think I said off camera, I got a top 5 basically, and then I got a bottom 5, and then the rest of them I'm whatever. We'll figure out the order from there. As far as I'm concerned, you can make an argument for a lot of the films of where they should rank, but I think that the top 5 and then the bottom 5 are kind of sort of that's a solid list, and I think everyone for the most part kind of knows at least what the top 5 movies are, and I think that there's some debate as to what are the bottom 5 in my opinion. But yeah. Oh, the background. I wasn't gonna say anything. Is that a hint?
I just want to make sure y'all can see.
Is that a hint? That's my only question.
Make sure y'all could see.
So is this background image that you got? Is this a hint as to what your top is? Your number one?
Can you see? Is it coming in clear?
Who are you talking to?
Y'all,
I see it. I just asked you a question about it.
What you ask me?
See, you was too busy.
Is that
too busy?
Is that any indication
is
of your number one?
As to what your number one film
and my response was, "Can you see?" That's my response.
Oh man. Okay, I can dig it. I can dig that because that movie is in my top 5. What movie is that, by the way? For those who don't know,
pick.
That's Captain America: Winter Soldier. For those who don't know, yeah,
that's at number 1 in your number 1 spot. So this is, for those of you who don't know, this is basically what the show is going to be about. We're just going to be talking about these 23 films, ranking them from best to worst. That's what we're going to do. We definitely anxious to hear from you guys in the comment section. What do y'all rank these movies? What are your opinions about how we're ranking these movies? This is going to be a whole community debate on this top Marvel movies. So yeah. So Imani, you got Winter Soldier right off the bat at number 1. Why is that your number 1 movie?
It was action packed. There were no boring parts. Okay. He was probably the one villain who he was about that action. There was no conversations being had. It was boom, bang, pow, the whole movie. He probably said the whole film. What is there to talk about? Yeah, but I will say, let's not get into this. I think we should go in order in release date. Go one at a time and place them from there.
Oh gosh, that's not how my brain has all this worked out.
You want to go?
Yeah, let's do. Can we at least do a preliminary top 5? Because that'd be hard for me to rank
go that way.
Oh man, that's wild. Okay,
All right. So
Yeah, okay. So this is helpful. If we're gonna do it this way, this is gonna help me. This is gonna help me a lot.
Here's the reason why, because I mean, just off the top of our heads, it's going to be kind of difficult to think of, all of the films. Like, there's a lot of gems. So I say if we start in the order of release and rank them one by one. So of course, Iron Man is the first film to come out. That's going to be in the number one spot. But then the Incredible Hulk comes out. Do we want to go with the Incredible Hulk as number one, or are we going to keep Iron Man as number one, put Incredible Hulk number two, and then slide films in as we go? How's that sound?
Okay, well, all right. So if we're gonna rank it in that order, then I think we need to put whatever number we decide it's placed at in that column next to it.
Yes.
So I would let's do it that way then, because I'm with that. I can do that.
Okay. So then
let
me insert one. Boom. Oh.
While we're getting that together, I'd just like to interrupt this broadcast to bring you the sponsor, Hawaiian Rolls.
Hey, that's a dope sponsor right there. I'm with that sponsor. Hey, they can send those my way. I hadn't received any of these as of yet. I don't know what the deal is. Like, I'm feeling some type of way about this. I feel like these some one-way deals going on around here, because you the only one getting these sponsorships. What's going on, man?
One, he's the only person
so
getting sponsorships, and two, none of the sponsorships are alike. How you go from Guinness one week to Hawaiian Rolls the next week? I want to know.
Diversified portfolio.
Without disrespecting you, I want to know what about you attracts all these different brands.
He banks at Wu-Tang Financial.
Clearly, something I need to know.
Plug, man. Plug talk.
So, are y'all ready?
I'm ready. Let's get it.
Let's do it.
So we have the first Iron Man film. I mean, that can only be the number one spot. Boom. Actually, let me make this whole column large.
Wait, no, that makes no sense. What? Wait, what?
You said we're gonna put the number next to it as we go, right?
No, we're going to rank them. Like, that's not our number one movie.
No, I was saying since it's the first one that we're okay. How are we gonna do this?
So rank that one. So where do we put that from 1 to 23? Where does that rank? That was where my head was.
Yeah.
Okay, so my thought was we wouldn't. It was gonna be we were gonna do it over here, right? And I was gonna put Iron Man is the first movie, just put it in there, bow. Then I come back over here, and then we're gonna grab the Incredible Hulk, right? Then we say, where does the Incredible Hulk lie, right? And if we say that it's better than Iron Man, then boom, we would put it above Iron Man on this side. And then we go back and forth until we have our full list. Go one at a time and rank them into the list that's already existing. Does that make sense?
A little bit.
Because there's 20.
Like a lot of manual.
Yeah, that seems like a lot of work. Like I'd rather just call out a number.
But how can you just call out a number? You can say off the top of your head where Iron Man falls 1 through 23. Give me a reason right now why Iron Man 1 could be number 15.
That's a good point.
That's
a good point.
You can't do that. You can't
do it.
You can't.
Why do I have it? I wouldn't have it at 15 though, but it
ain't gonna be top 5 or bottom 5. So where do you put that?
It's like right above bottom 5. Yeah, it's like bottom 6. It's like that bottom 10. It's definitely in that bottom 10 though. But okay, I feel you on this.
Give me 1 second, Paul. 1 second.
Oh, baby.
Well, all right, so I'm still of the mind that I've got because this is where it's messing me up. Because I came in, I have like a top 5 list, and I got a bottom 5 list. So I was just going to spout out, here's my top 5 picks, here's my bottom 5, and then we can talk about like where everything else falls. Because
what's your bottom?
My bottom 5, my bottom, the worst movie in the MCU.
Yeah.
Probably Thor: The Dark World, Thor 2.
Okay.
And then because that's probably that's at the bottom, and then right above that is
Fantastic Four has got to be in there.
That's not MCU. That is out. That's not an MCU movie. That's Sony
Oh,
or Fox. Excuse me. That's Fox.
Excusez-moi.
Yeah, so that's not in there. That's why I said like that. The way that we've broken this out into MCU movies, and then we're gonna do the movies outside of the MCU. Then we'll rank those, and then Then we'll have a full Marvel list, and then we can debate out of all of the Marvel films where they kind of fall. But that should at least dictate, how we feel about the MCU films, and then how we feel about the other Marvel films. Then we'll move into DC. So, yeah, I mean,
I went to go grab a mouse. That way, this will make a little bit more sense to y'all. So let me add this in here. So we're gonna do a little something like this.
A little copy paste.
So I keep going up there instead of down here. Okay, so boom, you got Iron Man right there, right?
Okay.
Now let's just say, how do we feel about the Incredible Hulk film that came out in 2008?
Below Iron Man.
That's bottom 5.
All right then.
That's
so then we go right back to sheet 2. Boom. That goes right there. Now let's just say the next movie we think is in between. Boom. We just gonna insert one.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. I can rock with that. I can rock with that. I can dig that.
Cool.
I can dig it. All right, let's do it. Yeah. That makes sense to me. Though, see, you got to show. I'm not a tell person. You got to show me what the deal is, and then I'm with it. Now, see, I get it. I'm with you.
I'm glad I could help.
Okay, Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2. I'm gonna put that below the Incredible Hulk.
I'm put that above Incredible Hulk.
You will put that below the Incredible Hulk? Why, Julian?
Incredible Hulk wasn't that bad.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. And Iron Man 2 was like, who was the villain? Mickey Rourke?
Mickey Rourke.
With the whips. I don't do whips. That's good.
Oh man.
He lost me there.
All right. Well, I guess what we're gonna do majority rules? We're gonna do
majority rules. Two. Right, so two. Yeah. I guess it's going above the Incredible Hulk.
Okay, so I'll say this. That was really funny, and now I got to think about it.
Yeah. Hey.
How about this? We go through our list, and then at the end, we can revisit, or even if we don't want to do it this week, next week before we start with the new one, we can revisit and make a couple changes before we add in the other Marvel films.
We might have to make some revisions.
Okay,
and then you know what? This is open it up too for the Discord, because I think we could probably share this document
with the Discord
and get some feedback from the team, from the fam in the Discord. Yeah. But yeah, okay. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah,
that's funny. Well, hey, you know what?
But we'll see.
He definitely. That's a strong argument, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. It might slide throughout this debate.
No, for POV. Sure. No POVs.
Okay.
Because the thing is, for me, that's definitely a bottom 10. That movie, Iron Man 2. So I'm not gonna debate you on the quality of it, because it wasn't the best.
I don't mess with whips was a very sound argument.
Very, very sound. Very sound.
All right. I think I know, but let me not make the decision for y'all.
Thor 1. Ooh, below Iron Man 2. Yeah. Put that down there.
We agree.
Put that down there.
We agree.
Put that down there.
Did it paste? Did it copy? Is the question. Shablam. Boom.
Alrighty.
Captain America: The First Avenger. I would argue, is that better than the first Iron Man?
No. But it's above. It's number 2. I would put that in number 2 spot.
Okay.
On that list right there.
The number 2 spot. You put it.
I'll put it above Incredible Hulk.
What did I just do?
That's a 2 out of 3 vote right there. I'd put it below Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, it's gonna slide. It's gonna slide some more. It's not gonna be in that number 2 spot when we're said and done. But I would definitely put it above the Incredible Hulk.
All right.
Definitely. Interesting. Okay.
All right. Number 7. Dang, that's not number 7. Number 6. The first Avengers. I would put that over all of them. No.
Yes, that's way. That's above all of them.
It's above them all.
I have a feeling that today's episode is going to be easier than next week. I'm just jacking stuff up. Insert one above. There we go. Paste. Boom.
There we go.
Yeah, this week is going to be easy. Next week's
going to be interesting. Is that DC?
Next week is the rest of the Marvel, but I realized that there's a lot of other Marvel films. So I was thinking
it's a lot to consider because that's Blade.
Right.
You got the X-Men franchise, like all of those movies.
Franchise is huge.
All the Spider-Man movies outside of
Tom Holland.
The Tom Holland movies.
Yeah.
And the Fantastic Four movies. And that first Hulk movie. There's a lot of Dookie in that list, boy.
What's up, Cad?
What's Spawn? Is Spawn Marvel or DC?
Is that independent?
What's going on?
Cad, what's going on? Carol, Belinda, Ma, what's up? Everybody in the chat. I think I put all these comments in earlier, but I'm saying what's up since we in a break. But yeah, is Spawn, is that independent or is that a Marvel?
I don't think that's
character?
Marvel. Spawn was
that's Marvel.
I think he's independent.
He's independent.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently he's in the Mortal Kombat fictional universe.
Who?
Why not?
I don't know.
Why not, bro? Hey, listen, I will put him in that Mortal Kombat joint. That would be fire. Wasn't he in he was in one of the Mortal Kombat games.
He was in the I think he was in Mortal Kombat. He was also in Soul Calibur.
Yeah, they just had him. They featured him one time in those.
So he's currently a part of Marvel Comics, but he was created by a former Marvel artist under Image Comics. So it's Marvel now, but we can add that to the outside of Marvel and DC comics.
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, we can add that one to to next week's, right? Because it's because technically it is now a part of Marvel, but it.
Who was for the movie? How about that?
Do we have an independent? Are we going to do independent comic book movies?
We have to not only do an independent comic or independent movie day, but we need to decide what qualifies after that because we were having a problem. So first we're going to do Marvel and DC because that was easy. After Marvel and DC, then we need to decide, okay, how do these other movies qualify? Are they only ones that come from comic books or do they have to have some sort of power? So that's where we were struggling. So we're going to do Marvel and DC first. Then we have to come back and say, okay, what are these other movies that we're going to include? And then we have to rank them.
Yeah, I think we got it's the big two. And then you got the other comic book characters.
Right.
But so I would categorize all of those as independent.
Iron Man 3.
So Iron Man 3. I feel like Iron Man 3 gets a little hate, and I don't think it's necessary. I thoroughly enjoy Iron Man 3.
The problem is what
I
they
haven't
did
seen
with the
Iron Man
Mandarin. 3. It's not a bad movie. It's just that the character of the Mandarin is a much more significant character than what they made him. Like he is.
They didn't give him justice.
You gotta watch it, but yeah, it's the Mandarin in the comic books and the Mandarin that we get are two completely different characters. Like they really that was an interesting move. That was one of their poor character decisions that they've made. One of the few, but that really brought the movie down for a lot of people, me included, because the Mandarin is supposed to be like Iron Man, one of Iron Man's like arch nemesis. Like so he's that wasn't the case in this movie. I'll put it that way.
So I'll say if you don't know that, I think this movie is more enjoyable than Iron Man 2. Although I actually like Iron Man 2 and no, it's not low on this list. The other films are really good. Would you put it above the Incredible Hulk film? Cool. I wouldn't put it above Iron Man 1 or Captain America.
I would not put it above the Incredible Hulk. I would put it above Iron Man 2. Nah, no, never mind. I put it below Iron Man 2. Never mind. I
You
like
put
Iron
it
Man.
below.
Yes, because because you gotta know what the actual Mandarin is like as a character versus what we got in that movie, and it's like it's very very bad.
Okay, I have to remind myself. Why does it keep doubling these? I don't know why it's doing that.
I think because you're selecting the whole
I'm only
column
selecting two.
or row.
Two. Google Sheets, you're playing with me. All right. Let me remind myself that the MCU as a whole is very good. So just because we have, well, I don't like Thor, but just because Iron Man 3 is low does not mean it's a bad movie. Keep reminding myself. All right. So next we have Captain America, the Winter Soldier. I mean, how can you say that it's better than anything on this list right now? Excuse me, that it's worse than anything on this
I was
list
about
right
to say,
now. It's
yeah, you can't.
the
It's
best
definitely
thing to date.
Yes,
I'd put it above the first Avengers.
I would definitely put it above the first Avengers movie.
But
Boom. Bow. I don't know why it's doubling up. We're just going to leave it there for now because it's annoying. We'll just hide these. Hide. But how many?
Because when you click that row, it's like you're copy and pasting it to the entire.
I'm only
Goes
clicking.
straight to the row.
All right. Here I have this one.
we can clean that. We can clean that up.
It's
later.
fine. It's yeah.
Okay, it's me. It's me.
Yeah, it's fine. It's good. It's good. It's good.
It's me. All right. You're right. It's me. Okay.
Coop Daddy Yoda, what's up? What's up?
Coop Daddy Yoda.
Where are we at with it? Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh,
One.
I
yes,
thoroughly enjoyed the first one.
The first one was good.
I'd put that.
I'd put it right
would put that
below.
right above Iron Man 1.
It's either in the 2 or 3 spot. I'd put it above Iron Man.
I put it above Iron Man.
Oh, I see what you mean. Wow. Okay, we out here.
Sometimes I know what I'm talking about. All right.
Avengers
Age of Ultron.
Ultron. Okay, before we say it, I just have to say.
Oh,
Here we go.
No.
That Age of Ultron was not my favorite. I didn't enjoy it, but after watching WandaVision, I like it better now, and I have more respect for Avengers Age of Ultron now than I did after it came out. How do y'all feel about that?
it's still my least favorite Avenger movie.
I agree.
I like it more after seeing WandaVision, but it's still like the worst Avengers movie.
And I
so
think for
it
me,
has
it's
to
the
go
opposite.
below.
Now that I've seen WandaVision, if I watch Age of Ultron, I'm reminded of WandaVision.
You don't like WandaVision.
And I do not like WandaVision.
Okay,
So I would put it.
I would put it above the first Iron Man, but below Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ooh, no, I wouldn't put it
Age of
above.
Ultron.
I would put it.
I put it below.
It's above the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, I put it below Iron Man. That's my vote.
In between these two, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. Wait.
That's 2 out of 3. That's 2 out of 3.
Wait a second. Because
you lose. You get nothing.
Well, I said I don't have a problem with what you said, JBM. Let's hear Cookout.
I'm going to put it above Incredible Hulk because I don't.
You got to vote. You got to vote.
Yeah, because I don't really.
Is it above or below the first Captain America?
Because I can't say I like that better than I like the first Captain America movie because I did like the first Captain America movie.
I just think Age of Ultron is a better story than the first Captain America movie.
I agree. You get Vision in there. We
okay, that's true.
So for that, I would put it above the first Captain America film. Actually,
you know I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. Y'all are gonna outvote me, but I would rather watch Age of Ultron than the first Iron Man film.
Nah, can't. I wouldn't. Nah,
That's
wouldn't.
that's understandable.
It is.
Damn, how you feel?
I can understand that you
Yeah, I think it
like
would
that
depend on
movie,
my
but
mood. You know?
Iron Man 1 was like Iron
I
Man 1 got me like sold on the whole concept of the MCU in the first place. So like it's hard for
Yeah.
me to put that above Iron Man 1. Cuz I think that came out also around my birthday as well. I think that was a May release. Was that a May release?
that was Iron Man was May
May 2nd.
2nd.
Yeah, yeah, cuz I
Thursday,
went to see that for on
May
my
1st.
birthday. So I remember seeing that. I was like, "Yo," and I didn't even like Iron Man. So watching that I was like, "Yo,
Yeah,
this
that
is
movie made
I'm
you like
sold."
Iron Man. Like it made me like Iron Man.
Yeah, so it's
I was never a fan.
hard for me to say. But yes, I'm good with it right there. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I don't appreciate Ant-Man slander of any kind. Because people be disrespecting Ant-Man in the low, and I don't think he deserves it.
Hey, Ant-Man is a fun movie.
I
Ant-Man is a
thoroughly
very
enjoyed
fun
Ant-Man.
movie. I
don't understand the hate either because I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Like I don't. It was fun.
Yeah,
It's a
Ant-Man
straight up
is one
popcorn
of the
movie.
movies you can just watch over and over.
Yeah.
I put that above Age of Ultron.
okay, I would too. I would too. So
Yo.
Ant-Man, we'll put Ant-Man in between Age of Ultron and Iron Man.
Yeah, I feel like that's appropriate.
I'm comfortable putting it there. I'm comfortable putting it there.
I'm gonna say for me, I would watch Ant-Man 1 right now. I'm not putting the first Iron Man on. I'm just not. But
Okay, so here's the thing.
I might even watch
let's say-
Ant-Man before I'd watch Guardians of the Galaxy.
I would
You know,
too.
you know what though? Because oh man, you know what?
You put Ant-Man
It's
above
possible.
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Only because here's my thinking too. The sequel to Guardians of the Galaxy is one of my least favorite movies in the MCU. Ant-Man and the Wasp is like a really good sequel to Ant-Man 1. So like
I've only seen half of that.
I'm like, I don't know, because as a whole, like I feel like those two are almost together on this list to me.
I think Ant-Man and the Wasp is great. I think the first Ant-Man is better though. Like significantly better. Like I would watch Ant-Man 1 before I would watch Ant-Man and the Wasp. And that's no shade to Ant-Man and the Wasp. I thought it was great. I just thought Ant-Man 1 was amazing.
Yeah. We're so in these tight races, we're definitely going to debate as we just did that. I think because a lot of it's going to come down to character development, story development, tone, pacing, and all of that stuff is for these films that are kind of like close lit. Like I think that for in this case, this Ant-Man is kind of one of those movies where it didn't have like a lot of buzz and I saw a lot of slander for it, and I don't see how the slander was justified. I can't see any justification for why or any reason why it got so much slander.
So I can say this. Okay, I rewatched. I'm gonna take us out of the MCU for a second. I rewatched the 2003 Hulk film, and I rewatched the 15 Fantastic Four film because
15,
I
16,
wanted to see which film was worse. And I'm going to say that the Fantastic Four movie is worse, even though it's a newer film with better graphics. In the previous film, Hulk was Hulk for a significant amount of the movie. There was more action. It was really bad, but at least he got to be the Hulk and smash a whole bunch of stuff. So if I'm going to relate my thought process there to this, I would say there was a lot of action in Ant-Man. I would say it was one of the more comedic Marvel films to where the slow moments were at least funny.
Yeah, it also had some good action sequences.
It had
Ant-Man had some of the coolest action sequences.
Yeah, the scene at the end in the daughter's bedroom on the train set.
Yeah,
hey man, it's hard to beat that.
That was fire.
And the relationship between the father and daughter, like that was all good to me. Like it's all of it was just it was a solid movie. Like I don't understand.
Ant-Man had the good formula of like action plus comedy.
Right, it's a good straight up family movie that is just enjoyable. Like it's hard to like dislike that movie. Like I just enjoyed it. Maybe it's because we're like all 25 plus basically, and we're on that older end of the spectrum now. But yeah, I could enjoy it. Like it wasn't like the most action packed and intense movie within the MCU, but it definitely was. It had a lot of heart.
Yeah.
Hold on. Also, are we keeping Iron Man below Guardians of the Galaxy?
I was actually gonna say, let's keep it as it is right now, because I'm already looking at the list and I have some issues. Just the more we talk about these films, the more I want things to change. So for now,
we got a preliminary. Let's get a preliminary ranking.
Let's not go back
until
this whole list is done, and then we can move things around. Because I feel you there. I have an issue with some things.
Yeah, things. This is gonna have.
Well, we all agree that Ant-Man can go below Iron Man.
Yes, I can. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Preliminarily, yes, I can go. I'm good with that.
Yeah, because like I wouldn't put it below Guardians, but I also wouldn't put it above Iron Man. You know what I
I'm
mean?
okay. So that's something that I thought about. How do we handle a movie that's better than? Okay, just like how you said, I agree with you. Ant-Man is better than Guardians of the Galaxy, but does it deserve to be over Iron Man? That makes me think,
dynamic mapping.
Does Guardians of the Galaxy deserve to be where it is? But we're not going to change it.
Yeah, let's get the preliminary. Let's get all 23 movies up in a field order, because this is what this is right now. This is we're just doing a field order, and then we'll do a more solidified ranking once we get to it. Because let's try to get through it before 9, and then we can reorganize the list after in that second hour.
We're gonna insert one below.
And so
we're gonna paste Ant-Man there, and then I think we gonna have to go back, because I agree with JBM's comments on Ant-Man being below Iron Man but above Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. So right now, just to clarify for everybody, what we're gonna this is what we're gonna do. What we're gonna call it is a fill order. Like this is where we feel preliminarily where all of these rank. We're going through each of the 23 films and placing them where we feel they should be ranked. And then at 9 o'clock, once we get through all of it, we will debate the order once again and come up with a final list by the end of the show. Cool with everybody. And then I give everybody time in the comment section as well to make their comments where they feel things should be ranked.
I agree with Coop Daddy Yoda. These movies made these characters way greater than they ever were in comics. And I'm glad that they gave the characters a chance. Like, imagine if you just get some good writers in there and, just bump up their storyline a little bit. Like, you could give, some B-side or some, C-list heroes some shine. That's what DC needs to do. They keep making the same movies for the same characters over and over again. Like, there's other people that you could write for.
I mean, the fact that they built the entire MCU off of Iron Man 1 being, to your point, one of those BC list superheroes is like, I mean, that's all the proof you need that it worked. Like, it's not
BC
about
list superhero. Wait a minute.
Yeah, Iron Man
was
is not
an A-list superhero.
If
he was
from
an
Marvel,
Avenger.
From Marvel, but like of all of the Marvel characters, like you would think of the X-Men first. You think of whole. You put Spider-Man, X-Men. Like the Hulk is probably more popular than Iron Man. I would definitely say the Hulk is more popular than Iron Man.
I don't know. That's Iron
Man. For general, I'm not talking about like comic book fans. I'm talking about with like the general population, like regular people, like
moviegoers.
Yeah, like. Most people don't know who Iron Man is before Iron Man came out. Like the top superheroes are going to be like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, Wolverine, like those characters. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no way most people before Iron Man 1 came out that they would put like Iron Man in their top 5. Not the majority of regular people.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him in my top 5.
Yeah, and I think that's really the only debate. But now, because of that movie, like, and that's the thing, like, that's what That's just a credit to uh, Disney and Marvel for using Iron Man to launch the
And
franchise,
Robert
making a
Downey
great
Jr.
story.
Like that was a perfect cast.
Perfect casting. Perfect casting.
It was on the money.
But anyway, let's continue.
All
Let's
righty.
continue.
Next, we have Captain America: Civil War.
Oh shoot!
I am here to
Top of
tell
the list
you
for me.
I was
that
gonna say that's my number one overall.
I-
I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Same.
That's just my
Same.
number one movie.
We here. It's the philosophizing.
You know what?
Amani, what's up? You sun in your eyes? What's going on? We got a
Hey, what we
migraine?
say? We said we said majority rule. We said majority rule.
rule. Ooh,
That's two.
yo.
what's next.
It's still part of the Captain America story. So
It is. It's Captain America:
There's that.
Civil War. So, but to me, that's
I
up there for me, man. That's my number one. I'm not gonna lie to you. Overall,
yeah.
that is my favorite MCU movie.
Yeah, I concur.
Fine.
Doctor
Also,
Strange.
too, hot take. Can I do it? Should I drop my hot take now
Might as
about
well.
Civil
What
War?
is it?
I feel like personally, I like the portrayal of Black Panther in Civil War more so than I like his portrayal in his own movie.
He definitely had a stronger presence in Civil War that he did in this movie.
Yeah, like
They
and
dumbed
not-
him down
not-
a bit in his movie.
that's
Did
and
they
that's my
slow him
only.
down, or was everybody else just so fire that
It was basically it. I mean,
Nah,
the
they
movie
dumbed him down.
overall for me was like it
They ain't
was
show
about
none of his
Wakanda and
science.
Eric Killmonger,
Science.
and then it's kind of like the Wakandans, Eric Killmonger, and then is Black Panther in the movie. That's how I
Yeah.
rank them, like as far as impact. And then, but as far as Civil War goes, like he's one of the most impactful characters in the movie.
yes.
Yeah.
You know,
His
I think that's
introduction,
because-
like the building a relationship between him and his father, and like all that happens, and then like he's
Man,
like,
strong. He's strong.
and then when
Like
he
this
was
is the
like,
same guy that took out the Fantastic Four by itself. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That didn't translate in the movie.
I think
he also fought Captain America one time in the comic books and won.
Yeah.
So like this is that dude, and it's like for me that so the scene when he tells Captain America like how long do you think you can keep your friends safe from me, like that was one of the moments I was like, oh yes, I was 100% on board. I was like, yes, that's right, that's what I'm here for right there.
Yeah.
so. I don't disagree, and I think the reason for that is in Civil War and in Infinity War, because I believe his presence was strong there also. It's because he wasn't there to chit chat, to make light. He wasn't there for fun. He was down to business, and you do get to see a bit of that in his own film, but you also get to see his softer side. You get to see him interact with his family. You get to see him around Nakia, and basically like, yeah, he might be the king of Wakanda, but he's just a little boy when he sees his crush around her. So I agree with that. He had a
And I'm not saying that that's a
more
bad
of a
thing.
warrior presence in Civil War.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not a bad thing, but I'm just, for me personally, his impact in Civil War was greater than his impact in Black Panther movie.
I feel
Just
you.
as a fan, not as like all the other character development stuff was cool. I think that was very important for his character, but the impact and maybe if Black Panther came out before Civil War did, I might feel a little different, but I don't know. But that's just how, because I was like, when that introduction in Civil War was like that was amazing. Him and Tom Holland as Spider-Man, like just why those movies, those two in that movie is why that movie is up there. And then the story on top of that is just great. It's just, I don't know, man. It's hard to beat that movie for me. That's a really hard movie to beat. All right, so
I'm gonna fight hard for Black Panther when his moment comes, though, because I agree with what you said, but I also think his film should be ranked high for several reasons.
that's definitely in the top 5.
Doctor Strange. Even though Winter Soldier is my favorite film, Doctor Strange is my favorite hero, period. I believe the only person who might have time for him is Scarlet Witch, period. I can't think of anybody else who could really beat him. And yeah,
Yeah, Doc Strange is up there too for me. I didn't have I didn't have that in my top 5,
I am back.
but
What I
it's
miss?
up there. It's like top 10. We're
I
on Doctor Strange. We're debating where Doctor Strange 1 goes
I would
basically, and why.
Mm,
say that
okay.
Doctor Strange was greater than Iron Man for me. I'm sorry. That's really how I feel. That was a great
Mm,
film. I will say the beginning of him and him getting in the accident and losing his hands was kind of slow, but Iron Man had some slow moments too. I think Iron Man is very iconic, which is why we love it so much. But I think just the speed of the movie, I don't think Iron Man can beat Doctor Strange on that.
I I would have wanted. I would have liked to see more of the magic and the training in Doctor Strange. Like I feel like they just went sped through that portion. Like I wanted to see some of that, the process of becoming Doctor Strange.
I think they could have given us less of the opening and him hurting his hands and trying to find his way, and more of his training at the camotage. I think that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think I would. I'm looking at these movies. I would.
I'm putting it over Ant-Man.
Ooh, I wouldn't do that.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't put it over Ant-Man.
I would. I think for it's because that one's in my top 10 because Doctor Strange is like one of my favorite characters as well.
Yeah.
Ace Sorcerer Supremes like that's up there for me.
I put him. I put Doctor Strange above Ultron. I'm in between Ultron, putting it above Ultron and Captain America, the first one. That's where I'm at.
Nah, that's
Yeah, I would put it above Ant-Man.
I'm gonna go above Ant-Man, and I'm gonna find more ways to
Ooh.
argue how it's better than Iron Man later, and see if I can win y'all over.
Oh man, I no okay now. I feel like
Iron
Multiverse of
Man, like, it's
Madness.
hard to beat Iron Man.
I think we're gonna run into the same problem next week when we try to do the first Spider-Man film, because it's not about, like, yes, the film was great, but it's also so iconic. I remember what I wore to the theater that day. Like, it's gonna be hard to beat that just because of how we feel about it. Like, that came out when we were kids. So
I feel you, but X2 is up there. Like X2 is like
okay,
my number 1. Like I ain't gonna lie to you.
I agree. I'm saying those two, like, we remember how we
Yeah.
feel. So
yeah, it's gonna
X2 is
gonna be
definitely
hard
over
to
there.
break into that top 3 because of Spider-Man 1 and X2, and then I think I don't know, and then that's gonna be because I
Don't
forgot.
forget Logan.
And you got to throw in you got to throw in Logan and Deadpool.
All right, let's not, because that's next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, so next week debate. Oh, that's gonna be
I
interesting.
told you next week is going to be it's going to be more difficult than this week.
It's good that we did separate those because that's quite a debate.
So, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It's not my favorite. In fact, it might be in my bottom 2.
Oh wow, bottom 2.
Bottom 2. I do not like this movie. Bottom 3.
It's bottom 5. Bottom 5.
I enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy too. Let me see.
I did not.
I remember the opening sequence, and that's about it.
That's all I cared about. I'm gonna be honest.
That's when he found out he was half a god, really.
Yeah, like I remember the first act pretty much. The second act I don't really remember, and then third act was it came back a little, but I think I don't know. That one
He was
didn't.
he was fighting his dad on his dad's planet.
Yeah, he's fighting Ego. I remember like Ego's the main villain. I remember bits and pieces of the movie, but the opening act is probably the best part of the movie, and then that second act is kind of a lull, and then the third act is like okay.
All I remember, they had Baby Groot. Well, I don't want to say all I remember because I saw it recently. They had Baby Groot in jail, and it had me sad for a large portion of the film. I'm sorry, but the treatment of that child was just horrible. He was a baby. He was a baby.
Okay, I don't remember that. But
Yeah,
I believe you.
Jail. They had him in jail on Yondu's ship, and they were treating him really badly.
Oh yeah, they were like poking at him or something like that.
Yeah, he was all small and stuff, and they were roughing him around.
He's a, he
and
can handle
beat
a
on
little
him.
tree. He's got bark.
I mean, hey, look, I believe you that happened. I don't remember it happening. Like and it's not. I didn't fall asleep watching the movie or anything like that. I watched the movie. It's just nothing of significance happened until the third act for me.
Okay.
After the first act, the opening sequence was strong, and I remember watching them like, yes, this feels exactly like the first one. Then like it goes on, and then I just remember them fighting Ego, and then the movie was over. Roll credits.
Okay. So the real question here is, I think we can all agree that it's worse than Iron Man 3.
Or no,
it's not.
Iron Man.
It's not worse than Iron Man 3.
It's not worse than Incredible Hulk. It's not worse than, I would say, it's not worse than the first Captain America.
I'm having a problem with Incredible Hulk being above Iron Man 2, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't. All right, we ignore where the Incredible Hulk.
Preliminary. Cool.
I would put it below Captain America, First Avenger.
I'm sorry, these two are gonna have to move later. I'm telling y'all.
For me, it's below First Avenger.
How you feeling, JBM?
I feel like I'd put it above Ultron. Yeah, above Ultron.
I'm going with Coop. I still don't like it, but
actually,
I mean, I gotta
go back and watch the first.
Watch it, but I don't. I'm telling you, I don't remember that movie. like I know I watched it. I watched that movie in the theater, and I watched the whole movie. And the only thing I remember vividly is that open sequence, and then them fighting Ego. That's the only thing in that movie I remember.
You remember the guy with the whistling needle?
Yondu?
I remember that happening.
I remember Yondu dying. His funeral
he died.
Was a very sweet moment in the film.
He had a whole funeral?
He died.
He had a whole funeral.
I remember he died. I didn't remember.
He had a whole funeral in space, bro.
That was...
Oh, at the end. Yeah. I remember that. And then Sylvester Stallone was in it. And then it was just, I don't know.
I forgot about Sylvester Stallone. Wow. Yeah, that movie was good, man.
What's the actress that's still
some good action?
All right, I'm not doing it. Next,
I don't know. I would still put it. I'm good with it where it is right now, and then we can. Because for me, it's not a.
Somehow it's gonna drop.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Oh, it's definitely not bottom 5. It can't be toasty.
I don't think so.
Where we at? What's happening?
I've grabbed. I don't know why it has that in there, but I can go in and fix that later. Spider-Man: Homecoming. How do y'all feel about it?
Where's the list at? Let's see. Scroll up. Homecoming. Okay. Homecoming is with the Vulture, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I put that above Guardians.
I would put it
right below Avengers.
Where's Guardians?
Right below Avengers.
Is that Avengers 1?
Yeah.
I would put it above Avengers 1. No, I wouldn't. I'm sorry. No, above Guardians. Yeah. Never mind. I wouldn't do that.
Right here, I agree with that. I thought it was great. It was exciting. It was nice to see a high school student that looked like a high school student.
Yeah, Michael Keaton made that movie. Him and Tom Holland, they both. Michael Keaton was a strong Vulture.
Where did y'all say?
We haven't gotten to Dark World yet.
Yeah, so for everybody who's just now tuning in, because we do have a number of viewers that
What's up?
just
What's up?
hopped in, we are going through the movies by order of release, and then we're ranking them in another category. And this is a preliminary list. We're trying to get through all 23 films by 9 o'clock, and then we'll
Yay, man.
come back and then debate the order. So like
And
we're
that's
just going
7
through
minutes
them
from now,
one
by
at
the
a
way.
time.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna get close.
Yeah, so we're just going through them one at a time by order of release, put them in as just
majority
a feel,
vote.
and then we'll come back and debate the final order in that final hour of the show.
I gotta
Beam, what's up?
and fix some of this stuff.
What up? Yeah, what's happening?
All right, Thor Ragnarok.
Tosh.
I agree. To me, the question is, where does it fit down here? I'm sorry, it was a beautiful. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
I'm in a Thor: The Dark World.
Is it not in that list?
You didn't put it in the list. There it is, right there.
Over it. Oops.
You skipped over it. Wow, good eye, uncool, good
I
eye.
didn't care about that movie at all.
I mean, that one's at the.
I mean, I didn't see that movie, so I can't. My
We can
vote
all
is
agree that it
omitted.
goes here.
It's at the bottom.
Might as well.
It's
Easy.
there.
Easy.
It's
Okay.
there at the bottom. It's down there.
All right. So back.
Good catch. The uncool. Ragnarok. I enjoyed Ragnarok. That's my favorite Thor movie.
Where's the list? We can put it below. I'd put it below.
I would put Ragnarok above Thor 1.
Okay, so you agree that it doesn't. It's your favorite Thor movie, but it's not good as far as the rest of the MCU. I'm cool with it.
I'm just wondering if I would put it over Iron Man 3 or 2.
I personally would. I've said this a few times. I don't believe Iron Man 2 and 3 are in the right spot. I think it's better than the first Thor, so we should put it over the first Thor.
Yeah, I'd put it above Iron Man 2. Yeah, I do.
I don't disagree with that. Like I mean, I enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, I mean, even though I fell asleep on it, it's all right. Hulk fights Thor, so got that. You good. Hit him with the woolly woo.
You said above Iron Man 2?
Yay, man. I don't know. All the Thor movies are just not great. Like his standalone movies are just like I do not look forward to Thor movies.
Yeah, I think for me Ragnarok is the best one in the series, like by far. Like I think Thor 1 was okay, but Ragnarok for me was way better. I enjoyed Ragnarok way better than I enjoyed the other movies. And The Dark World was that's probably one of the worst movies in the MCU. That actually is that's my.
It made a lot of money. It made more than the first Avenger. More than Ant-Man, just the disrespect, more than the first Iron Man. But then again, the world didn't know what was starting when Iron Man 1 came out.
Yeah, I think people were just looking forward to seeing what Marvel had next. Like, I mean, the movie, it made a lot of money, but it also I think it's one of the worst reviewed movies in the MCU because that was clearly the wrong direction to go with it. And I like the levity that they added in with Ragnarok. For me, it worked with the character of Thor. Like, I don't know. I just liked, because it was different. It wasn't what I was expecting with
the style of the movie.
Yeah, like I enjoyed like just it was a departure from the other two films and it was a welcome one.
I thought it was a beautiful film that I don't want to watch again.
Yeah, it's big cheese.
All right. The moment I feel like
snippety snip.
Okay.
Black Panther.
I think we can put Black Panther. I think we can put Black Panther.
It's either above or below Winter Soldier. It's either above or below. I'm split on which.
I
agree.
Below Winter Soldier, as you.
I'm gonna say below Winter Soldier.
We can agree to that.
I'm gonna say that. Yeah, I feel like Winter Soldier had better.
I think
action.
I had it in my that was ranked number 3 for me too overall. In my top 5, it was number 3. Honestly this is my top 5. Well, my top 3, it was Civil War, Winter Soldier, then Black Panther.
Interesting.
That's where I got it.
I think I used to have Black Panther above Winter Soldier. I mean, I don't know.
It's really, that's one that's going to be a debate because
yeah, we'll have to revisit that.
I can't say for me personally. Yeah, I know. Because for me personally, I just, like I said earlier, I like Black Panther in Civil War more so than I did in his movie. Not that I didn't like the movie or him in the movie. It's just I felt like Killmonger and all the other Wakandans were just came out stronger for me than Black Panther.
They did not.
Not that he came across weak, but it was kind of like he wasn't the highlight of the film for me. You know.
Yeah.
As a Marvel fan, I'm absolutely putting Winter Soldier first. As a Black woman, the phenomenon that was Black Panther
Something
for our
like
people
a phenomenon.
Was crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Like, I saw it in theaters 3 times. I wore a head wrap to one viewing with my mom.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I went with my mom and we all had something going on.
That movie changed the way our family prays over dinner, over meals.
Yo,
cool. Tell us.
Real dog.
Food, bro. It's wild.
It's wild, man.
I gotta let Coach explain
the
this
Wakanda one. Like. So I think they do the W.
Yeah, the
across
W
the chest at the end of the prayer.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a W. I thought.
Amen.
I thought it was a W for Wakanda because it's the shoulders too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was a W. I just figured, we're strong. We out here. We're kind of.
I thought it was because like it's kind of a W. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I've never seen the W,
X,
but it makes sense.
The X doesn't makes it be.
I just thought it was like
sense.
they keep it close to the chest. So
hey man, maybe it's all of that.
Okay,
it's all of that.
Y'all hold it during prayer, or this is y'all amen, and
it's amen.
It's at the end.
Amen.
We hold hands during prayer. But
it's hold hands locked, and then it's amen. But actually, during COVID, I think they switched it to the W the whole time.
Or maybe just that had the hands in the air. Or something
it's hands in the air, and then they do that. So
that is hilarious. So,
oh man,
I feel like
for the culture. It's such because it's such a culturally it can't be below 3.
It's got to be in your top 5 off game.
It's got to be top 3. It's got to be top 3. It's got to be top 3.
I would understand if somebody didn't have it in their top 3, but if it's not in your top 5, then I'm questioning you suspect.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, then we have
take that.
Infinity War.
Oh.
Now, as this movie was, I'm sorry, I thought
Infinity War.
As great as Infinity War was,
that's above Winter Soldier for me. That's 2 spot.
There's a lot of Infinity War that I have to fast forward through.
Really?
Wow.
The whole scene with Peter Dinklage making that's
Endgame. That's Endgame. That's not Infinity War.
Yeah, Endgame was slow until the last 30 minutes.
You know who Peter Dinklage is? That's Infinity War, the troll that made Thor his act.
That was in Endgame.
That was Endgame. That was Endgame.
Oh no, it's not. She's
Infinity.
right.
Y'all
it is an Infinity War,
bro.
Oh.
That is an Infinity War.
That is Infinity War. Yo, that moment was probably the weakest moment of that movie.
Okay, thank you. But there's a few other moments like that. It's not fully action packed. The scene where Gamora and Thanos are in the when they on the ship talking, and then when they go to the Vormir to get the Soul Stone, don't care. She dies. Great. Saw it once. Don't need to watch
Wow,
it.
you don't care about that moment?
That's
That was deep.
wild.
That was
I was
a
about
deep
to say
I'm not
that's
moment.
saying
like
that
one of the most
the moment wasn't
impactful.
important, but am I watching it again? No.
That was a
I'm
tough
not.
moment. That was full of ooh.
Yeah, I'm with JBN on this one.
Ciao.
This is.
But that Peter
Oh.
Dinklage moment, when I saw that, I said, I think I laughed in the theater at what he was saying. It's a mold.
It sounds just like him.
I said, what are they doing?
Just like
Very, oh, Infinity War.
the fact that they made
You know
him a
what?
giant, though, I will say I thought that was nice. That was nice.
I just Thanos, man. When I think Infinity War, I just think of Thanos. Like,
I think that, I mean, every aspect, he made that movie.
yes, he did. Yes,
And
he
it's
did.
also the Wakanda stuff. That whole movie, that third act is like, you can't, man, it's hard to compete with that third act in that movie.
Yeah.
That
Infinity
whole
War.
third act is fire, bro. Like, I can watch that. Like, I've watched Infinity War more than I have watched Endgame. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I watched Endgame in theaters, and then I watched it at home.
Yeah, you just watch the
when it
end
came
of
on
the
Disney
end
Plus.
game, and that's
that
all you
when they
need.
pop in and all that, like that's basically what you watch Endgame for. Infinity War, the whole everything, all of it is just that's the better movie for me, and it's in my top.
I'm gonna say because it's a well-rounded story, I'm gonna put it right below Civil War. It's got a lot of things in it, a lot of moving pieces.
Okay,
I wouldn't put it that high.
I would rather watch Civil War than I would watch Infinity War.
Definitely, I'm not.
So
I mean,
where
Civil
we putting
War.
it? Where we putting it? Because I'm voting above Winter Soldier. Okay, below. Okay, so it's either above or below Winter Soldier right now.
How you
So
feeling?
Coop, what you got?
Who breaks the tie?
Tiebreaker.
Let me see.
Let me move out the way.
Gotta think
I'm
about
gonna
it.
put that.
You got to think
I'm gonna
about
put
it. The Winter Soldier is the villain. Winter Soldier, Bucky versus Thanos.
Don't do that. That's not fair.
That's important though. Okay, but
That's
like,
important.
okay,
Hey man,
here's some-
villain stories about conflict.
I'm gonna put it
Villains carry the
above Winter
conflict.
Soldier because all of the heroes got a very important action sequence in Infinity War. Like very like
a lot of
powerful.
moving pieces.
Like it's hard to that was a good like Thor's intro alone, bro. Like come on now, like when Thor actually pops up in Wakanda, like yo, you can watch that 2-minute segment on loop for like. That job was hard. That's the version of Thor we've been waiting for in the movies for forever.
So I will say that that the reaction to people watching that in theater, whenever that goes around on Twitter, I still watch it.
You have to watch it. Like that moment. That is like it's like yo, why can't we get this Thor in the movies? Like that's what we want. Like he shows up and he's the God of Thunder. That's the first time he was the God of Thunder in the MCU. He just showed up on that storm cloud, and like when he jumps up and like it just the whole sky turns black and it's just lightning. I'm like, yo, come on, bro. Like it's hard to beat that. It's hard to beat that.
Can I just say, as much as I like the movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp had no business coming out after Infinity War because dang.
I haven't seen it in its entirety.
rough.
I think I've seen the first like 30 minutes of Ant-Man.
That really hurt the movie. I'm not going but it's important for it to happen after Infinity War because it kind of
shows the
it's concurrent to Infinity War. The story goes
it's
happening at the same time Infinity War is happening basically.
It does. He gets caught in the quantum space, right?
Yes.
When the blip happens.
And at the end, Hank Pym, his wife, and the daughter, they get zapped away.
Oh,
there.
Yeah,
and
they get dusted.
That's why it came out after Infinity War because it came out. If it came out
when
before, then it would have spoiled.
Yeah, it would have spoiled the whole movie. Because when he comes out the quantum realm, like he's all he sees is dust. So
before. I mean, but look at this though. After Thor Ragnarok, everything made $1 billion, but Ant-Man, poor Ant-Man, he deserved better.
Because like how what movie? No movie is coming out after Endgame. I mean, after Infinity War, and it's gonna have like the same success as Infinity War, minus like Endgame. Like that was the only movie that they could have put out after Infinity War for it to make like over $1 billion and continue that trend. Because like everything was building up to Infinity War. Infinity War happened, and people were like, "Yo, this is crazy," and then Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out. It's just it's
Ant-Man and the
story
Wasp.
reason story wise, you understand why it was put out when it was put out, but at the same time, it's like, dang,
We could have did that.
dang, man.
All right, so
What we got next?
I'm gonna start at Ant-Man, and then we can go up or down from there. I personally,
Oh, we've got the full list now.
we only have a couple left. We have Captain Marvel,
Absolute bottom.
Endgame,
You
and
haven't seen Dark World.
so we
I can
got
tell you haven't seen Dark World because there's no way.
no.
There's no way.
Marvel
There's
is
absolutely no way.
Captain Marvel is. Let's not. Okay, Ant-Man.
It has problems, but it ain't. It's not bottom.
Yeah, I wouldn't put.
Okay.
That wouldn't even be my thought for that. Ooh, lost the earring.
Yeah.
How
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I think I enjoy the first Ant-Man film more. The villain in Ant-Man and the Wasp didn't do much for me. I enjoyed seeing Lawrence Fishburne more than I did her. I apologize, I don't remember the actress's name, but
It's below Ant-Man. It's good, but it's below Ant-Man.
It's below. I'm gonna assume it's below Captain America: First Avenger.
Yeah, yeah. I'm good with that. Put it above Guardians 2. I'm okay with it being above Guardians 2. I can put it there. That's cool. That's cool. I have no idea. I mean, that's a movie, like, it's somewhere. It's a middle pack movie for sure.
All right, then Captain Marvel.
Okay, so let's go.
I'm gonna lean on what it's above Dark World.
It's above Thor.
It's above Thor. It's like,
I would put it above Thor.
it's above Thor. I would put it right below Iron Man 3. I liked Iron Man 3 more than I like this what you call it.
I can't wait to revisit this because I just noticed Iron Man 3 made $1 billion. We tripping.
Hey,
It's not a.
I feel I need to go watch that because I haven't seen any parts of that movie.
Iron Man 3 has all of the his 1 million versions of the suit come out at the end to help him fight. Never
He
seen it?
hasn't seen it. Like, no, he didn't watch the movie. Like, I'm trying to tell. Like, the worst part of the movie for me is the Mandarin, and like, that's it. The Mandarin is the worst part of Iron Man 3. Like, everything else about that movie, it might move up after when we start debating, because like all the thing for me is the Mandarin, like the way, because they got him way wrong.
Let's finish.
Way wrong. But everything else about that movie is actually one of the, minus the Mandarin stuff, it's one of the better Iron Man movies. I would put it above 2. I could put it above. There's an argument to put it above 2, for sure.
Can I move that right now since we're talking about it?
Nope.
You can. I mean, I omitted my vote because I haven't seen it. So I went with y'all.
All right. Let's do Endgame and then Spider-Man Far From Home, and then we can go back and revisit. All right. Endgame. Let's just ignore the stuff at the bottom.
It's top 5. But it is. I'm putting it below Black Panther.
I can get with that.
I'm not even mad at that. Because as great as that final scene was, I only care about the last 30 minutes of the film.
It's such a moment movie because like it's really about finding out what happens next. Like how do they get everybody back? Because you know that's what the movie's gonna be about. So you're watching it for that, and then that third act is what basically it. And like on replay, like that's basically all you gonna want to watch is the final act. Once they get the Infinity Stones back and Thor snaps, and you know what's that? When Hulk snaps. I mean, yeah, not Thor, but Hulk. When Hulk snaps, everybody comes back, right?
Yep.
He's snapping everybody back into it. Okay, so yeah, that's basically where you after you've seen it for the first time, that's basically you watch from there.
That budget is crazy.
deserved the budget.
Everybody.
They earned that budget though.
They definitely did.
They earned that budget.
Alrighty, Spider-Man: Far From Home. Coop, did you watch it?
I'm omitting myself from this.
Oh my god!
Damn, man, I wish you watched that movie. You gotta watch that, man. Let's see the list. I wouldn't put it above Homecoming. I liked Homecoming more than this Far From Home.
My question is really how I think about it in comparison to Doctor Strange. I don't think it's better than Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm on Iron Man's position. I would rather watch Doctor Strange than Iron Man. So I'm thinking about it as far as Iron Man goes. I think. Would you say that it was better than Ant-Man? How about that?
Nah, I'd rather watch Ant-Man.
Okay, how about in between Ant-Man and Age of Ultron? It's definitely better than Captain America: The First Avenger.
Yeah.
Would you put it above?
It's between the Doctor Strange, Ant-Man portion of the list. I put it. Yeah, let's put it below Ant-Man. Right there, below Ant-Man. Sorry, Peter Parker fans.
Oh man,
It just the villain in that one kind of threw me. I'm big on villains, so you need a strong villain. Yeah, I don't know. It was.
That's our full list.
The visual effects in that movie were good though.
I would argue that it has the only film that has better CGI is Thor Ragnarok. I think the art is, like I said, I hated the story, but the art in Thor Ragnarok I thought was great. What's he saying?
Captain America is definitely not going at the bottom. That's definitely not going at the bottom.
I think when I think about firsts, I'm excited to talk about Captain America: The First Avenger when we talk about the first Wonder Woman film.
I've got to go back and watch the first Avenger because when I first watched it, I was like, "This movie is trash."
I didn't feel that way. It was pretty epic to me in comparison to the other Avengers movies. It's not very.
I remember the action. I was like, "This is no." I don't remember there being great action sequences.
You got to see Hulk smash for the first time, right?
In Captain America?
No, sorry, I thought we were talking about the Avengers.
No, he said first Avenger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, ignore me.
That's a middle pack movie for me. I don't.
You know what? I wouldn't put Guardians of the Galaxy below the first Avenger. I put it above that. That's me.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is better than the first Avenger?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not upset where that is. Although the film wasn't as big on action, I think it was very well written. And there weren't too many slow moments.
Let me interject here. Let's start with the top 5. Let's get this top 5 sorted first. Then I think what we need to do, from here, let's get the top 5 figured out, and then we'll sort bottom 5, and then we can argue that middle pack and wherever it falls into there.
Well, we already know Civil War is at the top. That's because we got the majority vote on that one.
Well, we're debating now. After all things are considered, my vote isn't changing. It's still up there for me.
Yeah,
Civil War is still my favorite movie.
I'm fine with it being there.
Civil War is still my favorite.
I'm not going to argue too bad. I think my beef is with Infinity War being better than the Winter Soldier, but that's neither here nor there.
And you would put Winter Soldier above Infinity War for what reason?
Just the speed of the movie. Like, I can't think of a slow moment in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Were there any slow moments in that film?
That was a pretty good action movie. Can't lie.
That was a great movie. I'm sorry. I find it quite flawless, if I'm going to be honest. It action packed. The writing was great.
The replayability definitely goes to.
I watch it every time it's on TV. Infinity War. I'm sorry, I'm fast forwarding. do a lot.
I don't fast forward.
How did
through
Infinity War
That's
open?
great.
How did that movie
With
open?
Hulk getting his get boy
Yeah,
Hulk,
Hulk
getting destroyed by Thanos.
Yeah.
And
Because he had the Power Stone and the Space Stone.
nah, bro, nah, he boxed that man.
Yeah,
Like
he had the Power Stone with him.
he shot the fade with the Hulk and like just straight up trashed him. It was no competition.
The Hulk didn't want to be Hulk anymore. He was like, nah.
But here's what you got to
He beat the
understand about
confidence out of
Thanos.
him. That's crazy.
Here's what you got. But Thanos, even without the Infinity Stone, he could hold his own against the Hulk.
Yeah.
Like that's what they got. Like that's what you got to understand about Thanos.
He's
like,
a Titan. Thanos is
Yeah,
a Titan.
he and as far as strength goes, he's just a better fighter than the Hulk was. I don't even think he was using the stones. Like the Hulk
He had his
is just
gauntlet on.
the Hulk just but I don't think he has to activate the stones as he's fighting. In that fight, he didn't use the stones to beat the Hulk. That's why it was like it killed the Hulk's confidence because of that. But he's more of a skilled fighter. Like that was where it was just skilled over talent and skill beat talent at that point. Because the Hulk is not a refined fighter. Like he showed that he had polish and he had finesse. Like he whooped the Hulk and it was hilarious. I was like, from that opening act, I was like, yeah, it's over for him. Like if he beat the Hulk this bad, I'm like, they don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance, 'cause especially with how they nerfed all the superheroes in the first place, and in the MCU, because every version, the comic book versions of these characters would destroy the MCU versions of these characters easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
I have to go back and watch that.
We can't. YouTube is not going to appreciate that.
Yeah,
So,
that fight it wasn't even.
I think I'm leaning toward Amani on this one. I might have to put Winter Soldier above Infinity War. I could rewatch Winter Soldier way more than I could Infinity War. And like Thanos to me is what carried Infinity War.
Infinity War is a lot of movie that does not capture me. I'm sorry.
I can't
because of Peter
don't
Dinklage. It goes to 3 spot.
disagree with that either, because it's the best as far as like it changed the entire tone of the MCU going forward. Like that movie, there was a lot of cheese in the previous movies before Winter Soldier came out, and when Winter Soldier came out, like
no cheese, it was all mustard.
Yeah, they found the right balance of action and drama and suspense, and like it was great. Like that movie is up there.
And I slept on the Winter Soldier. I didn't watch it when it came out. It took a while for me to watch it because after the first movie, I was like, "Ain't no way this movie good."
Yeah, no. At the time, it was like I would say, if Civil War didn't exist, it would be number one. So I don't disagree with it being the number 2 spot.
How is there a way for me to see how the Civil War performed week by week? Excuse me, not Civil War. How Winter Soldier performed week by week?
Maybe Google can pull.
I think it's Movie Guru. I think that's the website that they usually have all that data.
Movie Guru. Shout out to Guru.
I want to say
hip hop.
That's one.
So Black Panther. What are we gonna do with Black Panther and Infinity War and Endgame? Is Black Panther staying below Infinity War?
This is a debate right here.
That's the debate, because I personally think we can put Black Panther in the number 3 spot.
I don't disagree with that.
I would rewatch Black Panther more than I would Infinity War.
Spring, bling. Why can't I just drag and drop? Oh, I can drag and drop. Yay!
Yeah. Were you not doing? Were you copying?
No, I copied and pasted, and we good now. We good now. All right. Endgame, Infinity War. I think this can stay as is. I would rather watch. If I'm forced to watch from beginning to end, I'm gonna watch Infinity War before I watch Endgame.
Yeah, same.
This is actually this is my top 5.
I think
this is my top 5 movie. Like that's my exact order. When I did my top 5, this is how I ranked everything.
We are in agreement here.
Okay, so then we can leave the top 5 alone. This is what we need to work on.
We're doing the bottom
let's
five
do let's
right
do
now,
bottom
right?
five next.
Okay.
Let's do worst
I
movies.
don't think Iron Man 2 belongs in the bottom. I don't think Iron Man 3 belongs in the bottom 5. Or just at the bottom.
It's
Go
hard
down.
for me to
Saying that The
imagine
Incredible
Iron
Hulk
Man.
is better than both of these two films?
Is that the last one? Thor. So Thor: Dark World is at the bottom, right?
Thor: Dark World is at the bottom.
Okay.
Can I just say, I think Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is too high on this list. Like way too high. I think Guardians of the Galaxy 2 can come down 4 to 5 notches. I would argue my beef is, where does Guardians of the Galaxy 2 go? Is it above Captain Marvel or below it? I would rather watch Captain Marvel than Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah, I'm complete opposite. I'm never watching Captain Marvel again.
Okay.
I would put it above.
I would rather watch Iron Man 3 than Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I'd rather watch Iron Man 1.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would put Thor 1 above Captain Marvel.
All right, one thing at a time. Can we move Guardians of the Galaxy 2 below Iron Man 1 and 2? Please.
But Iron Man 1 is at the top, though.
Sorry,
You're talking about Iron Man 2 and 3.
Iron Man 2 and 3. I would rather watch Iron Man 2 and 3 before I'm watching Guardians of the Galaxy.
I don't know. Guardians of the Galaxy didn't have no whips in it.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Okay, how about this? Can we put Iron Man 3 above Iron Man 2?
All right, here's my problem. Yes, I would definitely put Iron Man 3 above Iron Man 2, and I would definitely watch Iron Man 3 before I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Interesting.
So
like, I really like for me, the character development for Tony Stark and Pepper Potts is like the highlight of that movie of Iron Man 3. Like that right there is one of the best.
I gotta go back and
development.
watch it.
You have to watch Iron Man 3 because, like, as far as character moments for Tony Stark, it is one of the best movies for his overall character development.
I can put Guardians of the Galaxy 2 below Iron Man 3.
I don't see how the Guardians 2 film moved any of the characters for me, and that it does not develop any of the characters for me, like, at all. Like, it does not for the characters.
The whole movie was Star-Lord.
I don't even like Star-Lord. First of all, like, he's the least, definitely the least,
the raccoon,
my least favorite.
He had some development.
The only person worse than Star-Lord in MCU in the MCU is Mantis. That's the only least.
I don't even know why she's in there.
Did you see Mantis in Endgame?
Mm-hmm.
Doing what?
Mind control.
On who?
On who?
On Thanos.
In Endgame?
That was Infinity War.
That's Infinity
War.
Endgame.
What
did
nothing
Mantis do in Endgame?
She was part of the lineup, starting 10.
And
what did she do? Did you see her?
She was in the battle, battling.
With what?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
She was. There was no reason for her to be in that movie. I don't understand why they didn't why she didn't get dusted. Like, I just assumed that she got dusted.
She did get dusted.
Right. Okay. And then she comes back at the end, and she just stands there. She poses with the girls
when it was the girls,
and then you don't see her again.
She was running around touching people's temples like, I go to sleep. She's doing the Naruto run through the crowd, like.
Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I really think we can put it below Iron Man 2. JBM, you gotta feel me on this, please. Yes, there's whips in it, but not the type of whip.
I wouldn't put it below Iron Man 2.
But I can below Iron Man 3.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was entertaining. Like, you had Groot, you had the raccoon. Them two alone are funny. You had Hondo.
You can't even say his name right, bro.
Hondo. Spondo.
Still wrong.
Rondo. Yondu. Yondu.
That movie did absolutely nothing.
Star-Lord fought a whole planet. They fought a planet.
Okay.
And nobody cared.
What did Guardians of the Galaxy 2 do for the MCU? How about that?
It saved it from Ego.
They got
Ego was like he was basically an evil god, really, and he was
right.
trying to.
The only thing he was not that it's not a bad. The only thing he was doing was being a deadbeat.
No, he was gonna kill galaxies and stuff, wasn't he? That's why they
In
the
that
Guardians.
movie,
Yeah, they the Guardians of the Galaxy. They saved the galaxy.
you just saying stuff.
He was gonna eat his son so he can maintain his power and continue. Like he was eating planets or something crazy. I think he was gonna take over Earth too, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't recall that in the movie. In the movie, he just wanted his son to embrace his power and be strong. And then Star-Lord found out that Ego killed his mom, was the reason why his mom got cancer. And then he lost his mind.
No, he wanted his son. He was using his son the whole time. He needed his son. He was gonna kill him.
I don't remember well. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe I have to watch it. I don't want to
You
watch
can go.
Here's the movie.
Let me see the plot of Guardians 2.
What's Rotten Tomatoes got to say?
I would say these movies are the movies I have watched the least. Like Guardians, I only saw Guardians 2 in theaters, and it was fine, but I didn't watch it again. I had no interest in watching it again. It might be up there though. I wouldn't be surprised if it was high up, if it was ranked high on Rotten Tomatoes. But not my favorite. I definitely the distance between my enjoyment for the first one and the sequel, like the sequel, is under delivered for me.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 85%. It's certified fresh.
Okay, yeah. So so Ego wanted to find a person or an entity, in this case, Star-Lord, who could carry the energy that he needed in order to spread the light of Ego's planet everywhere. So yeah, Ego was on some like destructive stuff. He was gonna take over the galaxy or something crazy like that.
I can't.
Yeah, remake. He was gonna remake the universe in his own image. That's what he was doing.
Man,
he was gonna use Star-Lord's ability to do it. So yeah, they saved the galaxy. God, the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I probably would have enjoyed that better in a comic book. That's all I'll say. I know. And I don't know. When did this come out? When was it released? After? Is this after Infinity War Endgame? No, it can't be after Infinity War. This was before, right?
Guardians of the Galaxy came out before Thor Ragnarok, after Spider-Man Homecoming.
Right. So I remember. So Homecoming stole all of its thunder. Yeah. For me, it stole all of its thunder. Like Homecoming was far superior movie to this movie, and I think that's probably my issue with it. Because I watched Homecoming after I've watched Homecoming on Disney Plus. I haven't watched Guardians 2 on Disney Plus. I've actually watched Guardians 1 on Disney Plus too. But I have not rewatched the second one. Maybe I should go rewatch it so I can, because like I said, I know I saw this movie in the theater and I haven't seen it since. So I'll rewatch it, but it's definitely
I watched that before Ragnarok. I wouldn't put it below Ragnarok.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
2, yeah.
Oof.
I think Ragnarok might be a little. I think Iron Man 3 is better than Ragnarok.
I could see that.
I would agree with that.
Even without seeing it.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Great. Okay.
What's up, bottom 5? Thor. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I will watch Thor 1 before I watch Captain Marvel.
Yeah. If Captain Marvel's not at the bottom, it's got to be at the second.
I'm not rewatching Dark World, and I'm not rewatching Captain Marvel. It's just those are. I know that's not gonna happen.
I didn't think Captain Marvel was okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
The most significant part of Captain Marvel is that they establish what her power is and the Skrulls. Now, after we get Secret Invasion and all that,
we found out why Nick Fury lost his eye.
I don't care. I don't care. That was actually bad.
That made his character worse.
It did. That hurt.
Come on, y'all don't. Y'all really about to do this?
I think it's because it's a woman-led film that I want to. The first woman-led film in the MCU, and
I
I
understand.
guarantee you,
I
Black Widow's gonna be
understand that.
10 times better than this movie. I
Yeah.
promise you,
can't
Black
wait
Widow's
to
gonna be way
revisit
better.
this list after Black Widow comes
I
out.
promise you, Black Widow's gonna be way better than this movie was.
Yeah.
There's no way that Black Widow can be worse than that movie.
All right.
Captain Marvel, yeah, I think they focused on the women-led thing too much and not on the story. They were just like, people will watch it. It's women-led. Nah, you gotta have that story behind it, man.
I don't know, maybe, but it just
Oh yeah, they were trying to catch that wave.
I don't know.
Disingenuous.
All right. Cool. If you did not know that about the Mandarin, would you rate Iron Man 3 lower than Ant-Man and the Wasp? Because yes, the Mandarin did not live up to what the Mandarin was in the comics, but how they used the character in the film, like as far as the film itself goes, I didn't hate that. I liked the villain that they had in the film. It was not the Mandarin. So if you just try to pretend like, because
I can't justify them using the character as a plot device either. Like because either way, okay, I'm going to say I don't know anything about the Mandarin, right? The fact that they had him in there as just like a decoy, like it's complete. It makes no sense. Like you can't justify him being a plot device and a decoy in the film. You didn't need to put him in there at all. You could have stuck with the actual villain
and left that alone
and just removed the Mandarin, and it would have still been it would have been a phenomenal film.
All right,
but the fact that they had him in there is kind of like, yo, what is this? You thinking that he's going to do stuff, and the whole time it's the villain in the first place. So it's like, why is that even in there?
All right,
like no,
I won't argue with that. I won't
can't do it.
Then
can't do it.
How are we feeling about the list now?
I would put. I feel like Ragnarok is low volume 2.
I was just about to say, I personally would rather watch Iron Man 2 than Thor Ragnarok. I think Thor Ragnarok can move below Iron Man 2.
I'm with that because I didn't fall asleep on Iron Man 2.
I stay awake.
Yeah.
Majority rule.
I feel so much better now. Like I can sleep good tonight. How are we feeling about everything else? We said that the top 5 ends with Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
All of the middle stuff is right here. How are we feeling about this middle?
Right, hold on. Let's go back go up to the top. Scroll. Let's take that top category section. Yeah, take all that out so we can have those.
We just color coded.
Or just like have so that the rank can show up properly.
How do I do that?
I don't know.
We can do that off screen, off camera.
I'm gonna delete it for now
because our numbers are off. Yeah. The numbers are off. That's all I'm saying.
Come back to it.
Here's the list. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it's throwing off the numbers.
All right. So 6 through.
All right, yeah. Let's go 6 through 10.
Avengers, Homecoming, Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron Man, Doctor Strange. I would put Doctor Strange over the first Iron Man. Actually, I thoroughly enjoyed Doctor Strange.
I would. I don't know.
I would put Homecoming above the first Avengers movie.
Interesting.
I would. Just
let me see. Let me think. First Avengers. I don't know. You had everybody was getting off in the first Avengers. You had the Hawkeye doing his thing. You had
Third
Black
act.
Widow. You had the
Third act.
Third act. What happened at the beginning of Avengers?
Exactly.
Okay, I understand that.
Exactly. Go rewatch that first Avengers movie. It was good when it came out because it's the first time we get the ensemble together. But the first act is them all finding their way to
Beat
Earth.
by Loki.
Loki comes in, he steals the scepter, and then Thor shows up, and then Loki is like in Paris or France or somewhere, and then he
Oh
makes
yeah,
this.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I put Homecoming above.
Thank you. It don't have to be below. Like it's good. I think it's good in the 7th spot, but Homecoming, I would put above Avengers 1. It just
It's Michael Keaton, man. Dude, Michael Keaton, man.
yeah,
That car ride scene, that was.
exactly.
I felt
It's
that
a lot that happens in that movie. That's just like overall throughout the whole thing, and then in Avengers 1, like the whole reason they came together is because Agent Coulson died.
Oh,
It's
really?
like,
That was the reason.
Yes, go watch. I'm trying to tell you, it's like
wow.
okay, sure.
So, are we keeping Iron Man above Doctor Strange? That's the next question.
Yeah, for real. And I struggle because I really, really liked Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. No, okay. I can put Doctor Strange above Iron Man and below Guardians of the Galaxy. But
Okay, so
I really wanted Doctor Strange.
who was the villain in the
slow
first
down.
Iron Man movie?
It was his one of
it was his mentor.
yeah,
It's not. I like that movie. Like it's oh gosh. Okay.
Iron Man's good, man. It's good, man.
Fine.
But Doctor Strange, I just wish they showed more of the studying, like how he got all of the.
Okay,
I don't think.
Also.
It's a good number 10. It's really hard because Iron Man 1 from start to finish, like they had to do so much to get people on board with the character of Iron Man that the story and character development in that first film was some of the best in the MCU. And it's really, for me, the character development for Iron Man and like where he starts and where he finishes by the end of the movie is a lot stronger than the Doctor Strange character development. Even though I like the character better, I can't ignore the fact that the character development for Iron Man and the fact that I liked Iron Man after I watched the movie, like they sold me on the character. It's like, it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat. It's hard for Doctor Strange to top that because I went into the movie liking Doctor Strange and it didn't change my opinion about the character at all. Either way, one way or the other. It didn't improve. Right. It didn't improve the character value, and it didn't decrease it. It just kind of it was just it just maintained the bar for me. Iron Man, I was like, okay, cool looking character, but then I watched the movie and I'm like, yo, this was amazing. And I can't say either that Benedict Cumberbatch's performance as Doctor Strange was better than Tony Stark as Iron Man. Like Tony Stark as
Robert
Iron Man.
Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man and Tony Stark. Like it's really hard. Hard.
I won't argue with that. And in fact, I think I need to put some respect on Iron Man's name and watch it again. So I'll leave that. I won't argue that anymore. So are we good with 6 through 10? Are we good with the top 10?
Yeah. That's a good top 10.
That's a solid top 10, man. Okay. What do y'all think in the comments? Like
maybe I might put Ant-Man above Doctor Strange. Ew.
I was just thinking that as much as I love Doctor Strange, I was just
because like if I had a choice between that and Doctor Strange, I think I'd watch Ant-Man. Ant-Man has some good action sequences.
I didn't say this, but I do fast forward through the beginning of Doctor Strange. I do. I fast forward to the point where the Sorcerer Supreme knocks his astral self out of his physical body. That's like a good 5 minutes.
I don't disagree.
So
snap, we putting Ant-Man in the top 10. Yo, shout out to Paul Rudd.
I wouldn't. I mean, okay, because they didn't spend enough time, to your point, in the magic realm and with it's really.
Yeah, man, they didn't at all. They really, just rushed through it. I felt
it's really. Now the thing is, for me, because here's what I feel. I feel like the Multiverse of Madness could potentially break into that top 10. but we'll see. But I think that it has the potential to break into the top 10. And I would argue that for me, it could potentially knock, if let's say if we kept Doctor Strange 1 in the top 10, it might drop Doctor Strange 1 2 places.
Yeah, I can see. I'm anticipating this new one to be much better than the first.
Yeah, so
It has to be. It has
I
to
would
be.
I would not I that's why I'm like I can't really disagree with Doctor Strange 1 falling out of the top 10. So, yeah. And that's kind of putting Ant-Man 1 in the top 10 is kind of controversial, so I'm digging it. So let's do it.
Right. There it
Let's
is.
rock with it.
So then, if that's our top 10, then let's take a look at 11 through 15.
No snap. Snap with the bat.
Let me un-
Okay. So here's where it gets a little tough because I haven't seen Far From Home. So I'm going to let y'all dictate where that falls.
Yeah, I feel like Ultron
But
might be above.
I was about to say, I don't feel
think
like
so, too.
Ultron should be that low. Like, I think
Yeah.
that Ultron should be right below Doctor Strange.
I actually agree. We can put Age of Ultron above Spider-Man 2.
Would we keep Ultron below Doctor Strange?
It depend. For me, it's going to depend on. I would. Yes, I would.
The story
I would say
was
so
better
because
than
it's
Doctor
we
Strange's
get
story.
we get the Vision and we get Wanda and Vision and like that's important for the MCU
Yeah.
for me.
And
I think I liked the way they established Vision in the movie more so. I think Vision is the highlight of the movie, and I like the story. I like the story between, really for me it's Ultron versus Vision. Like, but I don't know.
I don't disagree with that at all. There actually aren't many spots that I fast forward through in Ultron. And also this is a list that I think we can revisit in the future because I don't think I would love Ultron as much as I do right now if it were not for WandaVision. I think if we didn't have WandaVision, I would put Ultron a little lower on the list. And that doesn't change the movie that we saw, but I know a little bit more about these characters now, and it does affect how I feel about the film. So I'm comfortable putting Age of Ultron above Doctor Strange, and then maybe when the Multiverse of Madness comes out, we might feel differently. Maybe we'll see things that we didn't get to see before. Maybe we'll get flashbacks of training, and we might have more respect for scenes in Doctor Strange than we do now. But I'm cool with moving that up.
I don't know how directly the Multiverse of Madness is going to tie in, unless I don't know, man. I don't know.
It may not. I'm
not going to lie to you because now I'm thinking about it. Because now I'm thinking about the scene with Barton and Wanda when they are fighting Ultron, and like I think they're in like barricaded in a house or something, and he turns her and says, "Look, I'm gonna go out here." He's like, "You can either stay here where it's safe, but I'm going out here and helping my friends. You can either stay here and be safe, or you come out here and be an Avenger." And then he left, and I was like, "Yo, that's one of the best Barton moments in the MCU for me." Like, because he was like, I like that moment. That's like one of the highlight moment for me.
He was in Age of Ultron.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I don't know, man.
His beef with Quicksilver throughout the film, like that was
the negative though. That's a negative because of how they killed Quicksilver. Like that was trash.
It's negative how they killed Quicksilver, but the fact that Hawkeye beefed with Quicksilver and hated him the whole movie, that makes me like Hawkeye more. Definitely not a fan of I would say that how they handled Quicksilver is a slight against Age of Ultron. I mean, was he necessary? Was Quicksilver necessary?
For Wanda, yeah, for Wanda.
For the character of Wanda, for sure, but it's just how they killed him.
And the
main, it's how they
killed
him.
That can travel faster than
like,
and
somehow gets hit with something that's slower than he is.
He can travel faster than bullets, but gets hit by several bullets, and I just cannot.
Not
I
one, but
cannot
several.
understand. And then if you look at it, you have to put him that Quicksilver versus the Fox Quicksilver, and it's like, yo, this is the same character.
When did that come out? When did
Like,
Days of Future Past, right? No,
that's
that's
important. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't.
and
The
That
opening
really,
sequence in Age of Ultron was pretty good.
the movie is not. It's not really too many low points in the movie. It's just. I don't know. I don't know.
they came out a year apart of each other, and yeah, that was. I'm cool with leaving it here, but I do think that Quicksilver was as unnecessary to the plot as the Mandarin was in Iron Man 3. Like they could have easily lied and said that he never had powers and that he died in the bombing that killed her parents, and it would have been equally as impactful.
Yeah.
Facts.
I mean, it's a speedster. Like this. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like this dude is supposed to be able to travel faster than the speed of light, and they like, you know, like I don't understand. You can't justify how badly they nerfed the character.
See what I'm doing?
Like,
yeah. What's that?
That's why
that's
there.
also too an issue.
Oh wow,
That's the problem right there.
I knew there was some corniness somewhere.
That's the problem right there.
That's why I'm not gonna put it in the top 10, honestly, because I don't know. It's an argument can be made that it could go above Ant-Man, but because of who directed it, like I can't just.
I would disagree. I can't put Avengers: Age of Ultron above Ant-Man, even without Quicksilver. I'm still putting Ant-Man above Age of Ultron.
I don't disagree.
Yeah,
I don't disagree.
All right, so we got the. Oh yeah, now
it was 11 through 15. I'm cool with this. I low key want to put Captain America a little higher, but again, these movies aren't bad. Like all of the films aren't bad. It's just I don't know. I have more love for Captain America, the first Avenger, but the only bad movie that they made, I would argue, are maybe these three. I didn't think these four. I don't think Iron Man 2 was bad.
No, I think so. I think we've established the bad movies. I think we've already established what the bad movies are. Like
that's crazy how all the Thor movies are in the top bottom five.
They're not good. It's just
they cannot.
If you have,
they just don't get it right. They did not get it right.
Like all of his best moments are outside of his films. Like
I'm gonna fight for it again. I really think we can put Iron Man 2 above Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I just
wait. How do we skip that far? Let's wait. Hold on. Let's go 13. Where were we at?
We just did that. We did 11 through 15.
So now we're doing 15 through. Okay.
16 through 20. Although, well, the bottom we said we're not switching these, right?
Yeah. Let's include. Well, because these last four movies are kind of sort of like critical. I think one of those could possibly move. Not saying that it will, but it's a possibility. But I don't know. Of these four, I think Incredible Hulk is too high.
Incredible Hulk been low key sneak.
It wasn't a bad movie. It just
it's not at the
so
bottom.
What was wrong with the movie? Incredible
Edward Norton.
Wow, Edward Norton is not
the actor, but the fact that like I don't think it's good that he was Hulk and he's not Hulk anymore. I'm sorry. That's not to say that Mark Ruffalo, I think he's doing a great job. But what's Donovan saying?
Dark World, Iron Man 2 and 3 are trash.
I haven't seen 3, but 2 is like, I wouldn't watch 2 again.
I don't think The Incredible Hulk was a bad film. I think it's low because it's like it's a part of the MCU, but it's like the cousin nobody really wants to mess with. Like, he family, but he over there. Like it.
Oh man. The Incredible Hulk was good, man. He had the perfect amount of action scenes.
I
It didn't
don't
take
think
him
the
too long to
Here's
turn.
the problem. Here's the
He had a
problem.
good nemesis.
Here's the reality of the Hulk, though. Like the Hulk everyone was satisfied with the Hulk movie because it was better than the 2003 version by like 110 miles.
Yeah.
But overall, if you have to stack it against the rest of the MCU movies,
Well, the rest of these movies, like these,
or the rest
bottom,
of these movies, that's what I'm saying. Like
like
I don't,
Iron
it's
Man.
definitely not above out. It's not any higher than what it is. But I don't know, man.
What movie would be above it?
Iron,
I would argue Iron Man 3,
Iron Man 3.
possibly.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. I haven't. I gotta watch it.
Possibly, I would have to watch the Incredible Hulk and Iron Man 3 to get because I did like Iron Man 3.
Yeah, I'd have to. Y'all have to take that one.
The scenes with JBM, you gotta watch Iron Man 3. I'm sorry, but him and the relationship he built with the kid, and then the kid comes back at the end of Endgame, like that's got to be worth something.
And then his like the established relationship between him and Pepper Potts too, because it really
Pepper Potts.
it does that. Like it's the relationships that he like. I don't know. That's why it's up there for me because like there's a lot of character development for Tony Stark, and we get a lot more of he shows us like the human side of himself, and I really dug that. It really humanized Tony Stark.
So y'all gonna move him up?
It's an argument. I'm not going to. Okay, so I'm honestly saying I don't know yet because I need to rewatch The Incredible Hulk. I can't say because I need to rewatch
I do
The Incredible Hulk.
It's been a long while since I seen
Let me
Incredible
rewatch
Hulk.
The Incredible Hulk.
Can we try to rewatch
assessment.
The Incredible Hulk? And then JBM, can you watch Iron Man 3? Because I'm gonna be honest, if I had to pick between Iron Man 3 and Far From Home, I'm watching Iron Man 3. I think this movie is much lower on the list than it should be. I'm sorry. I don't think it deserves to be under The Incredible Hulk. I don't believe it deserves to be under Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm watching it before Captain America, the First Avenger. Depending on the day, I might watch it before Doctor Strange. I think this movie is way too low on the list.
Okay.
I wouldn't disagree with that. But the biggest issue with the film is the Mandarin, and that is literally why most people hate this movie. It's because of how they treated the Mandarin, like in how they portrayed the character of the Mandarin. Had they not even put that in there, I promise you more people would have Iron Man 3 higher up on the list.
Before the MCU, I can say I didn't care much about Iron Man. And even after his films came out, I didn't do much, comic book research on Iron Man. So I don't know about his storyline with the Mandarin very much. And I was able to thoroughly enjoy the movie because of it. Like, if you don't know that the Mandarin is Iron Man's biggest nemesis, this movie was great to you. I don't have those problems that everybody else has. To me, I would put Iron Man 3 in the number 12 spot where Doctor Strange is.
I don't disagree because, like, for me personally, this film, RDJ this is one of his best performances as Tony Stark. Like, honestly, like in all of the films, probably I would say that Civil War and Infinity War and Endgame are up there, but I think this third film is probably also up there for me. Iron Man 2 is definitely where it should be, but 3 gets a bad rap because of the Mandarin.
Okay, without giving it away to JBM, I can say that Iron Man 3 is the film that makes Tony Stark human. Like, it allows him to empathize. Like, he was just a rich, pretty boy who didn't care about anybody until this movie, because he himself is struggling with things. Like, it brings him down to earth. He wasn't special anymore. Not saying him as Iron Man, but Tony Stark himself realized, like, yo, I'm not better than everybody the way I think I am. Like, I suffer and I struggle too.
And it's because of the events of Avengers 1. Because this movie came out after the first Avengers movie, and like he's having to rationalize and deal with the fact that like there are some real external threats out there that he's not prepared to face.
I'm
so
gonna watch both
and
of these movies.
so it's
again.
like you have
Well, not
it's,
again, but-
and I'm telling you, a lot of people have an issue with it because of the man, especially the comic book fans. They have an issue with how they use the Mandarin in the movie. But if you can take that out of consideration and just look at how they developed Tony Stark in the movie, it's really it's you got a strong case for a strong movie in my
So
opinion.
I'm not familiar with the Mandal. You said the Mandolin.
The Mandarin.
Don't even look him up.
Don't just go watch the movie and then go look up the Mandarin.
Bet.
But watch the movie first.
Don't look up the Mandarin at all. Leave
No, it's
him
important. It's
open.
important that he
I
needs
feel like
to know what the
Once
Mandarin
I
is.
watch
But I watched
Iron Man 3 and rewatch Incredible Hulk, I might want to move both of them up.
I think so too. And my beef with comparing the Mandarin in the comics so much is that we haven't really been ranking any of these films in regards to what the comic book character is like. It's always been about the film itself. And I feel like comparing the Mandarin in the comics to what the film portrays just isn't fair.
Mm-hmm. And it's a classic. He's a
Good
classic Iron Man villain because I don't think they use him too much now in the more modern Iron Man runs.
So like I'm not saying that the fans are wrong for feeling that way. I'm saying as far as this list goes, we shouldn't care too much about what the Mandarin is in the comics.
Okay.
I
mean,
can't go that far, but I would say that
because if we're going to do that, then we have to judge all of the villains and all of the characters based off how powerful they were in the comics. We can't do that for all of these.
But this is not like they didn't. That's not even the Mandarin. Like that's how bad that portrayal is.
Oh,
you
wow.
can.
So that's like.
Okay, so
the Joker and not being the Joker.
If you want to argue that the Mandarin was so poorly portrayed in this film, then you should be as equally upset about the Sorcerer Supreme in Doctor Strange.
No, it's not about the power. It's not the same character at all. Like that's the problem.
I'm saying leave that.
I can understand nerfing characters because they haven't gotten none of these characters are comic book accurate. But this is literally like they lied about who this character was. It's not that, and that's the problem with it. Like
we haven't done that.
Exactly. To Donovan's point, they sold the movie on the fact that the Mandarin is going to be in it, and they hyped the movie up that the Mandarin was going to be in it.
That's
treacherous. It's the same. Basically, what they did with Finn in The Force Awakens. It is that bad.
Oh, they went there with it.
It's that bad. Yes. It's that bad because you gotta understand. I do remember it vividly because that was what they sold the movie on, that the Mandarin was going to be up because they teased the character.
I think I remember
they got the
Donovan being excited about it because
they got the look and the style and everything right, and then you watch the movie and you're like, yo, this is wild. Like, no. So I cannot. I'm not going to go that far because it's off-putting. It's really off-putting.
I want to put all right.
It'd be like if they put Thanos in the movie and then you can't compare that like at all. Like no.
I will not give up this fight. Can all three of us agree to rewatch The Incredible Hulk and Iron Man 3 and then come back next week and start that before we add in the other films?
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. We'll leave that alone. Iron Man 3, I'm gonna keep fighting for you.
I
feel like I'm gonna be the deciding vote in that one.
I think for me personally,
don't talk.
The only thing that this movie, like after I rewatch it, the only thing I'm going to be able to do is either decide whether the Hulk is above it or below it. That's the only. But I can't justify moving it up any more positions.
Yeah,
I just can't.
Hulk, man.
I just can't. But for JBM, I would say watch the movie and then go look up the Mandarin. And then go watch The Incredible Hulk again, or rewatch both movies. However, but I would watch the movie first, and then look up the character and see like why, because then you'll get why people are disappointed with it. Okay. But I think every other aspect of the movie is phenomenal. But that's a big red flag. Excuse me. Right, it's a big red flag.
10-4, copy that. So that's right.
They
now.
Pulled they pulled a Snoke.
Oh wow!
They pulled a Snoke, bro. They pulled a Snoke. They pulled a Snoke. But anyway, I digress.
All right, so that's our list, huh?
Let's
Gumbo's
list Let me pull it up. Sorry,
This is the list of ingredients to your MCU rankings.
in the number one spot, we have Captain America Civil War. Next, Captain
Mm,
America the Winter Soldier, Black
bang
Panther,
bang.
Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man Homecoming, Marvel's The Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron Man, and Ant-Man rounding out the top 10. Then we have Avengers Age of Ultron, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man 2 Far From Home, Captain America the First Avenger, Ant-Man and the Wasp, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 3, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And then what starts our bottom 5 starts at Iron Man 2, Thor Ragnarok, Thor,
Yo.
Captain America, and it
No,
ends,
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, excuse me, Captain Marvel, my bad. And then it ends with Thor: The Dark World.
Okay, I like it.
I'm still okay. So I'm not. I don't know.
sold
Ant Man. I'm not sold on Ant Man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. In
Not
that top
sold
10,
on-
I'm not sold on Ant Man one being in the top 10. I can't.
Really?
That's tough.
Just a second ago, you said you was
I
cool
know,
with
but
it.
we're going through that. That 9 is strong, and then Ant Man being number 10 is like I don't know. I don't know about that
You
anymore.
just said at the beginning of this that
I know I
Ant-Man
did.
Commander, and
You
now
said it
you
was a hot take. Okay,
It is a hot take, but it's like
He's
I don't know.
undecided.
I am really.
He got cold feet.
That is really
You
debatable.
said yourself that it's a hot take and that
I'm cool with it because it's a hot take, but I'm telling y'all I don't know.
What's gonna be above it though? What you feeling like? Ultron?
You can make an argument for those two switching.
You could, but if I'm rewatching something, I might watch Ant Man.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, it being in top 10 is that's a hard sell,
that
and
fight.
it's a hot
I
take.
think it's a nice diverse spread of top 10. You know,
It's a different. That's why I say I'm not opposed to it being in the top 10, but I just don't know if I strongly agree with it being in the top 10. But I'm okay with having it there for the sake of the show. And then like we're gonna add this list. So how are we gonna do this? We're gonna share it because we're
Shoot.
definitely gonna put this in the Discord.
hold it, real quick. Iron Man above the Avengers.
Hell no. Sorry, excuse my language.
Watch your mouth.
But no, no, I can't put it over the first Avengers movie.
Okay.
That was such a moment for that to happen.
It was a moment, but what about the movie?
I can't put it above it.
I think we should all go home and go home. I think we should all rewatch.
I am home.
I am home too. We should all rewatch Iron Man 3 and The Incredible Hulk because I'm really feeling like Iron Man 3 is up a lot higher on this list. I'm telling you, I feel like it's way too far down there. I'm like at least 5 spots. It can come up.
All right. Well, hopefully I can help that split decision.
All right, so
talk to Freeman or Donovan. Leave them where they are. Don't talk to them about this movie at all.
it's too late. We related, so we're gonna have to. He got to.
Listen, JBM, if you talk to them, hit me up after.
Donovan is right there though. That's the problem. It's not. I'm not the problem.
Stay over there.
He's got the call. I'm not about to call him and plead my case. Donovan is in the house with him, so like that's different. Like that's who you got to talk to.
He'll probably comment while I'm watching it and be like, "See, this."
Don't watch it when he's not around or when he speaks. Donovan, stay over there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna be the devil on the
Give
shoulder.
the movie
I'm
a
not the one.
chance.
I'm not the one you gotta worry
You know
about.
what, Donovan? You should rewatch it too, separately from JBM.
That's not gonna happen. I promise you, that's not gonna happen. I think he has that. Like, it's his worst film. It's his worst film probably. Maybe Dark. If it's not, I would say I don't know what Donovan's worst films are, but I would definitely think that Dark World, this Avengers, Iron Man 3. I don't know how he feels about Captain Marvel. I wouldn't imagine he thinks too highly of it. But I probably would say that those are his bottom 3.
Donovan, what's your bottom 3? Go ahead, write it in the comments. Bottom 3.
And while he does that, Imani, we got to put this rank. I'm thinking that we screenshot this list and put it in the Marvel section.
Yes, I'll screenshot it and put it in. Can I fit it on the screen? I might have to. Man shift 4 on them.
And then, so she's going to drop that into the Discord. And if you haven't joined our Discord, I'm going to put a link to the Discord in the chat right now. Come debate us this week. Who knows? You might be able to argue some things to move up or down depending on how strong your argument is between this week and next week when we come back.
Come debate us.
Next week we will be so we are continuing the Marvel discussion, but it will be the non-MCU Marvel films.
Just in case some extra stuff happens, there's a lot of non-Marvel MCU films. The X-Men themselves, the X-Men have at least 15 films.
Wait, okay, hold on now. Wait, sorry. So the worst being Dark World, Iron Man 2, second worst, and then Iron Man 3? Or is this from best to worst, or is this from worst to best in your bottom three?
Yeah, I think Dark World is like the third from the bottom.
Third from the bottom, and then
Iron Man 3 is the bottom of the list. Wow. Gotcha. If you put that at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be interesting.
Crazy. All right, question. The X-Men is super that's
you talking about a bipolar franchise over at Fox with the X-Men. Like it's like either they got it right or it went horribly wrong.
Because I'm trying to think.
First class.
We just do like all of the X-Men films and then maybe those extra Spider-Man films and then add whatever is left in the MCU for another show. Because what if we want to have do we want to have a normal cookout and then have the MCU, the expansion as the community discussion, or are we only doing this next week also?
I'm good with only doing this because this was fun. I
enjoyed this next week. Then that's all of the X-Men films, all the way from X-Men 2 to Logan, or I think X-Men to Dark Phoenix was the last one.
No, because what's the
New Mutants?
Yeah, New Mutants is the last one.
New Mutants is on HBO Max for those who have not seen it yet.
I gotta watch that because now I heard it was a hot flaming pile of garbage.
There are worse movies. Fox made a worse movie than that. I'm not saying it's my favorite, but yeah.
New Mutants. Oh, it's got to be. I mean, the worst Fox movie has got to be that Fantastic Four.
All right, so that's both Fantastic Four films we'll talk about. Not both, because there's how many there's 2 Fantastic films? And then the bad one?
There's 3 total. There's Fantastic Four 1, the original one, and then the sequel to that, and then there's the reboot.
Then
the reboot is like, whoo, wait. Flaming hot pile of garbage.
We have the other Hulk film, then there's Blade, Venom. Is that it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Deadpool counts as X-Men, so he's
so you got the Fox and you got Sony stuff, basically.
Fox,
and
Sony,
under Fox.
Universal is
including that. We including Fox and Sony.
Yeah.
Fox and Sony, and then Universal is that Hulk movie.
What about Kick-Ass?
Is that
Marvel characters?
I have no idea.
I don't think they're Marvel.
That's not Marvel.
They're not even super.
You also got Deadpool.
I included, when I talk about X-Men, I'm including Deadpool since we've already seen them in the same.
Deadpool 1 and 2. All right. So that's all. That's gonna be a good. That's gonna be such a bipolar conversation because it's you would. I'm thinking off the top, you can pretty much book what the top 5 and the bottom 5 are going to be in that in that discussion. But I can say right now, like
all of those, I might put Logan in the number 1 spot.
I don't know if I'd put it above First Class.
It's in my top 3. I would say
Logan's
that.
Definitely my top 3.
It's in my top 3.
Oh, Ghost Rider.
Yeah, Ghost Rider's in that too. That's in Fox.
I'm gonna have to create a list.
We gotta have to get the list. Yeah. Actually, as a matter of fact, let's put the list together and then post the list into the Discord as well. So everybody will have, because I think everybody's gonna have to. We're all gonna need to be refreshed on what the non-MCU films are.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a lot in there.
Alrighty, and I have
right.
this list from tonight, so I'll definitely be putting that up in the Discord. And thank y'all. Oh, I can.
Yeah.
Close us
Thank
out.
y'all for joining us on this ride. I didn't think it would take. No, I thought it would take us 2 hours. I'm actually more nervous about next week than I am this week. So we got to figure out time wise how to keep that down. But thank you for joining us today. Please follow us on social media at Certified Gumbo on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. If you love us and you would like to support us, please buy us some coffee. The link is in the description bar below. If you enjoyed our video and you love our channel, well, not if, just please do it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We need all that. What am I missing? Oh, like I said, we talk about these things all the time. We're going to have more of this discussion on Discord. So please join us on Discord. The link is also in the description box below. Cool. Star Wars Sunday?
Star Wars Sunday tomorrow. Wave 2 of Phase 1 of the High Republic. That's very complicated, but I'm going to be talking about what was announced, what's coming, and what my overall thoughts are on the first wave of books, comics, and things that have already come out, because I've read all of them. I've had time to go through everything, so I'm going to give just my overall thoughts on where everything is with the High Republic effort, and what I'm looking forward to in this next wave. So definitely tune in for that if you're interested. Also, make sure you tune in next Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the episode 6 review of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. If you haven't been following if you haven't been watching that series and would like to hear our reviews, we've already reviewed the first 5 episodes. Those are up on the channel to go check out. So if you've seen up to episode 5 or whatever episode you've seen up to, we have a review out for it. Definitely go check us out, and then we'll be back next Saturday, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as I always say, JVM, you got anything to say before I close out?
Y'all have a good night.
Peace.
Thank you for watching. Much love.
Peace, love, blessings, and may the force be with you always.
Night, y'all.